They say revenge is sweet, but today's society tells us to forgive and let go. The people in this video certainly held on and brought on a fury feared by many. Carl V. Erickson. Carl V. Erickson was someone who held a grudge for over 50 years after he was the victim of a locker room prank involving a jockstrap. In 2012, Erickson tracked down one of the students involved in the prank, whose name was Norm Johnson, a well-liked student athlete. At the age of 73, he tracked down Norm, knocked on his door, and asked, "Are you Norm Johnson?" before shooting him twice in the face. Erickson was sentenced to life in prison, but he got his revenge. Dachau. At the end of World War II, many of Hitler's concentration camps were being taken over by troops from the United States. One of these camps was Dachau, located in Bavaria. After the U.S. troops saw the devastation and death toll that took place at the camp, they proceeded to massacre 75 Nazis, despite the fact they had already surrendered. Aaron Burr. Aaron Burr and Alexander Hamilton had a love-hate sort of friendship. When Burr ran for president in 1800, Hamilton endorsed his rival Thomas Jefferson, costing Burr the presidency despite the fact that he got to serve as vice president. Burr challenged Hamilton to a duel and shot his political rival, resulting in a fatal wound in 1804, thus ruining Burr's political career. It was a work of revenge that cost him everything he had worked for. Dave Carroll. You may recognize Dave Carroll as the guitar player from the band Sons of Maxwell. While on a trip to Nebraska, baggage handlers broke his guitar, which he obviously needed to play and write music. Carroll then filed a complaint and tried to get some sort of compensation for his broken instrument. United Airlines gave him the runaround and refused to do anything about it. Then Carroll released 3 songs about how the airline breaks guitars, and the public listened. United stock went down about 10% after the release of the sweet-sounding Vengeance. Pauline Parker and Juliet Hume. In 1954, Pauline Parker and Juliet Hume became celebrities in New Zealand after the 2 teenage girls killed Parker's mother, Honora. Parker and Hume had become extremely close friends in the 1950s, maybe even too close. After the families of the girls agreed they needed to be separated, Hume's family was getting ready to move to South Africa. When Honora refused to let Parker go with them, the 2 girls bludgeoned Honora to death in a public park. The girls were found guilty, and part of their sentencing included that they were never to see each other again. The murder inspired Peter Jackson's 1994 movie, Heavenly Creatures. James Annesley. The Annesleys family was extraordinarily rich and held a prestigious title in Ireland. Arthur Annesley was the head of the household, but his brother Richard wanted it all. So evil Uncle Richard poisoned Arthur and then had his son James kidnapped and taken to America to work as an indentured servant. After James paid off his debt, he returned to Ireland, and the whole scandal was exposed, and Richard's reputation was ruined. Pierre Picot. A 19th century French shoemaker by the name of Pierre Picot is believed to be the inspiration for Alexander Dumas's novel The Count of Monte Cristo. Pierre became engaged to a wealthy woman, and his friends Lupin, Solari, and Chaubard apparently got jealous, so they accused him of being an English spy. Pierre was locked up for 7 years, and then was given a lot of money by a fellow inmate named Father Torre. Once out, over the course of 10 years, Pierre fatally poisoned Solari, killed Chaubard, and then extracted his harshest revenge on Lupin, who married Pierre's former fiancée. He tricked Lupin's daughter into marrying a criminal and then had him arrested, and then burned down Lupin's restaurant before stabbing him to death. Alan Ralsky. This act of revenge was enacted by a group of people. Alan Ralsky annoyed the living daylights out of numerous people by sending out spam and junk emails every day. However, he wasn't very sneaky because some people were able to track down his address and then start signing him up for junk mail lists. He was even receiving about 100 pounds of junk mail per day. Then he got caught in a stock manipulation scheme and had to serve 51 months in jail. Nakam. Also known as the Jewish Avengers, Nakam was a group consisting of Abba Kovner and members of the United Pakistan Organization, which was a Zionist paramilitary liberation group who operated in Lithuania under Soviet orders. They were disgusted and devastated over the loss of 6 million Jewish lives during the Holocaust, so they sent 3,000 loaves of arsenic-laced bread to former SS guards at an American POW camp. 1,600 people ate the bread and 400 died. Nakam even tried to poison the water supply for some of the largest cities in Germany in order to kill 6 million people to atone for the Jewish lives lost. Cora Crippen. After Cora Crippen discovered her husband, Dr. Holly Crippen, was having an affair, she quickly and quietly left with her money in 1910. Dr. Holly sold his possessions, including Cora's, and set sail for the United States with his lover Ethel Neve. However, human remains were found in the basement of the Crippen home, and Dr. Holly was arrested and hanged for the murder of Cora. However, in 2007, the human remains were tested and found to belong to a male, and not Cora at all. Well folks, that's our video. Thanks for watching. Let us know what you thought in the comments down below, and while you're here, go ahead and watch the other videos, and subscribe to The Richest for more awesome every day. Thanks.